Hello, and welcome to Where You're Not Entertained, where two film fans discuss their favorite flicks. I'm Daniel,
And I'm James.
and we are going to cover the 6th episode of The Mandalorian in our TV series reviews.
Yep, we're getting there pretty quick. This one was a packed cast. Man,
Yes, it was.
yeah. Like straight up from the very beginning, you had Mark Boone Jr., who has been in a million different things. I will always remember him as Flask from Batman Begins. He's the one who was asked where the other drugs were going.
Exactly. Swear to me.
Yeah, exactly. The guy who likes falafel a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was also in...
Memento.
yeah, I was going to say, there's so many things that I was about to just start naming off.
Yeah. We also had Bill Burr immediately right there as well.
Yes.
You had Natalia Tena, I think is her name.
Yeah, I think that's how you say her name.
Who I know her best from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And then Clancy Brown has been in a ton of stuff. He'll always be Sergeant Zim in my head from Starship Troopers, but recently I know him from as Hank from Detroit Becoming Human, a video game that's incredibly good.
Nice.
And then you had Zero was actually played by Richard
Ayoade.
There you go. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for the assist from the IT crowd.
I'm a Richard Ayoade fan. He is an individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And him playing a robot, I thought was awesome.
He has a perfect voice for it. You just gonna digitize him a little bit, and he plays the perfect robot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was definitely star-studded cast in this one, which was, I guess, was really fitting because this was a really good episode.
It felt like Star Wars, man.
This did.
This is like core Star Wars, like, Empire Strikes Back style Star Wars kind of episode. This wasn't a space western like you'd gotten for the majority of this season.
Yeah, we're actually in space doing space things, not on planets.
Yeah, this is more of a heist mission kind of thing, breaking a guy out of jail kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, so the episode is actually named The Prisoner. And that, they were freeing someone from prison. So I guess that works out nicely.
Yeah, and it's more of the Mandalorian, in his world of scum and villainy. And even when he's in space, he's dealing with the bad guys. He's not exactly, he's not exactly calling the cops when something goes wrong.
No. He's being the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember. It's a few episodes back or whatever when I guess kind of when we first started doing this, I was talking about, I wasn't really sure about how I felt about the Mandalorian, how he wasn't necessarily as much of a badass as I felt he should have been.
When he Mudhorn, you were upset about the way he went into the Mudhorn.
Yeah, he just kind of rolled in there. He's like, my flamethrower works. I'm just going to walk up on this thing. Yeah. So that didn't work out very well for him. But in this, you get to see how good he really is.
Yeah.
I think you see the full spectrum, right? You get to see the planning. You get to see thinking on his feet. And you get to see him getting out of situations that he should not be able to get out of.
Yeah.
And what seems like relative ease. Where you're just like, wait, what? Oh, you're good. Fine.
I think that kind of speaks to what he's best at. He is a bounty hunter through and through. And so when you're dealing with a bunch of, criminals and thieves, he can take them to task every day of the week.
Right.
When you're dealing with Imperial troopers, military, he's pretty darn effective and good. But when you get to like wild beasts, probably far less efficient.
Fair. I suppose that is true.
But
I
it also means there's a consistency across the board. It kind of feels more informed. Like there's a level of realism to the character. He's not just like, Superman. He's not just a magical beast who is the warrior, so he beats everyone unless they're another Mandalorian kind of thing.
right.
Which is kind of what the Jedi are like. It's like, oh, if they're not a Jedi or a dark Jedi, nobody can stand a chance. But it grounds him a little.
Yeah, it does. It definitely makes him, I guess, a little more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like you could train hard enough to be as awesome as he is. Whereas, like, learning how to use a mystical force in order to do things that aren't possible seems a little out of reach.
And I mean, that is really the kind of trope that they're going with by using the Mandalorian as the protagonist. I mean, they're doing the good old fashioned video game thing of having a silent or barely speaking protagonist who wears a helmet or you don't see their face, so that you can put yourself in that situation. And I mean, most people could probably wear that Mandalorian armor in one form or fashion. And you know what I mean? And
right.
so anyone, it could be anyone. It could be you who's like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Just makes you warm and fuzzy inside.
I love it. Well, this episode definitely did make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. There were some awesome moments where I was impressed by both the Mandalorian and his I guess adversaries / teammates.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
His frenemies.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, there was a lot of tension. You never liked these guys.
No.
Yeah.
Not even. I mean, maybe, okay, so I'll say maybe a little bit, right? Because what is his name?
Which one, Bill Burr or
Mark
Mayfield?
Boone.
Or?
Mark Boone plays.
Oh, Mark Boone. He plays
Ranzar?
Malk. Yeah,
Ranzar Malk.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked him at first. It was like, okay, you're clever, but a little more hard nosed about things, but you're still likable, right? Like he didn't just seem like a total dirtbag.
He was totally flash in my brain. I was like, no, you're the nice guy, but he's going to take all your money and try to shoot you in the back at the end of this.
Well, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Except, well, I guess he didn't do that. He gave him the money, but he was going to blow him up in space.
Right.
So yeah, there's that.
At the beginning, though, I was like, oh, Mayfield, that guy's a jerk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which without I like. Bill Burr, I mean, he's a very abrasive personality, which I still find entertaining, and I like Bill Burr.
Yeah.
But I feel like because he's actually kind of a good guy, that he'd be more likely to be a positive character as kind of like a cameo like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more than a cameo in this situation. But I like the fact that he was a bad guy. I think he did the role really, really well, and I didn't feel like I was waiting for him to do a stand-up routine at any point in time.
Right. No, not at all. He did definitely play a good kind of bad guy, leading bad guy.
Yeah.
Because he was the leading bad guy after they got off the space station, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, that was a space station. I do find it funny that Zero died, the robot. It seems like the Mandalorian can't go a single episode without meeting a robot and killing it.
No.
He really doesn't like robots, man. He has a problem with droids.
He does not like droids. Yeah. For whatever reason.
Well, I mean, it's because the droids killed his parents, but at the same time, You know.
Well, yeah, but you got to understand, not all droids are those droids.
Right, exactly. I'm like, you do get that, like, you're probably in your 30s now, bro. Like, you should probably see a therapist or something if you're still got this kind of a droid rage.
Right, exactly.
He's got droid rage. I didn't even realize the
nice.
unintentional pun I made there until after I said it.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, he does definitely have droid rage.
Yeah, I did get a little bit of a Battlestar Galactica feels from this one, too.
Okay, interesting.
Just some of the interior scenes and things like that inside the prison ship.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I kind of felt like that there. But no, I thought overall it was a really solid episode. You know, it doesn't feel like it moves the main story along so far. But
no, not a lot of them. They're kind of, like we've said numerous times, they're kind of standalone. So not a lot of them have felt like they've really pushed it too far. It's just survival.
Well, we've only got 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of loose ends now, being a TV show. And, you know, spoiler alert, we've already got a second season announced.
Right.
So probably not going to tie up all of the loose ends, because then you have to start from scratch on season 2. But, you know, what are we going to get tied up in a matter of 2 episodes? And so it is an interesting choice there, because as much as I love the episodic nature of this show, there's some stuff that at this point I want answers to.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
like you said, I've already seen all of them, but, you know, I'm putting my blinders on.
Right. I want answers, damn it. I haven't seen them all.
I'm sure.
And I'm sure they will come to me soon enough, because they have to. Mm-hmm. 2 episodes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will say, though, that the crescendo of this entire episode for me was the X-Wings.
Oh, really? Showing up at the end right there?
I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I love the way that they played with the editing, too, because you had the guy they were trying to break out. I can't remember his name. Quinn, I think?
Yeah.
When he was like, are those X-Wings? And then it cut to the pilots, and the pilots were like, yep, that's definitely where the tracker's coming from.
Yeah.
And it was the way that it cut, like he was answering
exactly
the other guy. And so it was really well done there. That was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot.
I was a big fan of the like systematic takedown of everybody inside of the prison ship once they screwed him over.
Yeah.
Mando on revenge in a ship, flashing red lights everywhere with doors cutting off and making it a maze. Like he was like playing Jigsaw and like cutting off their exits and hunting them.
And with a time limit.
Yeah.
And did it all with style and ease.
And then got out and dropped the tracker onto the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly.
He was very Bondish once he got pissed off and thrown in the jail cell.
Yes, he was.
It was a good episode, though.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to cover from The Prisoner?
No, I think that does it for me.
All right. Well, we're getting down to the final 2, so there's going to be a lot going down, presumably. So definitely check it out. If you stuck with us through the first 6 episodes, please come and join us for the finale. And then we are planning on, everything permitting, running with the new episodes of the season 2 whenever that starts to come out, which sounds like it might be coming out sooner than later.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that, and join us whenever we're doing that episode by episode, so we get it in kind of like a matching weekly format, which I think will be awesome. Make sure you go online and like and subscribe, and join us next time on Were You Not Entertained?